Okay, I'm just going to answer the question you asked me about Brian Gerrish. I'll explain if you want. If you really want the explanation, I will tell you. But you have to listen to it, okay?
No problem, Will.
Okay, here we go. So I met Brian in 2013, like, at Bilderberg. But I didn't really meet Brian. Who I met was Lou Collins. And Lou Collins and I met because Lou Collins' boyfriend used to live in a flat with me in South Devon when I was about 17 years old, when I lived with my brother. So Lou Collins, when I met Lou Collins, because I'm from the southwest as well, and she's from the southwest, they're all from the southwest, that is the connection with me and UK Columns, that we're all from the southwest.
Okay, so I'm just doing this quick video just in reply to Sam, the blogger, also known as Swilliamism. It was only after I'd done the last video of him that I realised his link with Lou Collins and the Hampstead case, where she mentions her and Sam went to Hampstead to check out the area. They had no video of this.
And whereabouts they were, and Sam the blogger accompanied
just
me.
their word that they went there to check out the area. But the facts of the case, the Hampstead case, is UK Column and Lou Collins were aware of this from 2014. And Brian had already been down to the area. About a week after I went down there, made my video and put online, UK Column made this claim that they had been there, which I believe they didn't even go, but I had to come with something to make themselves look good, as I was starting to get involved with the case, try and spread the word of what the children were saying, which I still believe is true. But as I go into it in another video, I believe they were used, especially by Belinda Mackenzie and Brian Gerrish. And basically it's all about donations, and they're using people's stories, making out they're helping, but basically it's about donations and managing and controlling the situation. And that's what I believe that these people are up to. Even the case in Scotland that Sam's videoed, I believe they used that. And I believe if you give any money to these people, the same thing will happen. Your money will just disappear and no one will benefit from it. Okay, so let's see how Lou Collins explains via the UK Column her walk down to Hampstead without any proof. And please look out for the coffin, the cough light.
Louise, I know that you've had a look at the area and you found that at least some of the information that came out of the children rang true.
I had nightmares over this after seeing some of this back last year, but I decided I was going to go up to Hampstead and just check out the locations that the children were saying and whereabouts they were. And Sam the blogger accompanied me. And amazingly, the school is on a lower level with a very short passageway, between the school and the church. The other side of the church, there is a children's day nursery. A children's party shop was also newly boarded up.
Right.
So every one of those locations the children mentioned was word for word as they said as we walked around. And it sent shivers down the spines, all of us.
So for those people who've actually seen the video testimony of the youngsters, it is very, very detailed, very accurate. The children describe sexual practices they could not possibly know about at their age. And
we'll now look at the date that I posted my video and the date that they posted their video, which as you can see is a week or so after I'd posted my one. I was looking for my subscription and I saw Sam had done a video, vlog number 10. I presume it's an old vlog, which you have to pay £1 to watch, which I won't be doing, but he's made this other video, 50 vlogs, and number 10, he's got me in there. I don't know if there's any more to it. Like I say, I'm not going to pay £1. as I've made clear, he's trying to move his subscribers over to a paid system now that he's been exposed. But here's a brief rundown of Sam, the blogger.
Actually more excited today about my next guest. I met my next guest in 2013 in June. Previous to that, I'd seen a video of him on YouTube where he visited the Grove prior to the famous Bilderberg meeting in Watford, and we've been friends ever since. His name is Sam the Blogger. Most people have known him, Swilliamisms on YouTube, and when I spoke to him last night, because I'm a bit worried, are people actually going to know who I am? He's on the line right now, so let's bring him in now. Hello. Hello, you. Good morning.
All right.
How are you?
I think you summed up perfectly just how confusing I am to the general audience. Somebody who knows me very well still doesn't know the name of my YouTube channel yet.
I know, sorry. So, come on, for the benefit of the listeners, what's the correct Sam Williams?
It's S. William Ism, ISM on the end. It's a really bad...
Yeah.
But there we go.
Can we not change it to Sam the Blogger? Because that is what you are known by.
I mean, you coined Sam the Blogger. It's a really good name. Somebody had it already. That's a guy who looks after parrots or something.
Oh, really?
So even Sam the Blogger is... Wow, that guy's given up rambling on about conspiracies and now he's left the parrots. So there we go.
Tell us a brief thing about you before we get into our look at the review of 2016.
I do YouTube, you know. I don't know what else to say. If you go on my Twitter feed, I think it says Lund Vlogger or something.
Okay.
Alternative London Vlogger.
That's it.
It's on the ground in the bed of the beast. That's me just trying to create something snappy so people are interested. Yeah.
But it was the Bilderberg thing that really put you out there, wasn't it, prior to Bilderberg?
So I went along to the Royal Courts of Justice to attend the most recent case. And when I arrived, I bumped into one of the chief campaigners, Belinda Mackenzie, and I asked her what on earth was going on.
Right, well...
But luckily, as I left, I managed to bump into Brian Garish, the man who started the UK column newspaper, and I asked him to clarify.
So Brian, tell us what happened in there today.
Well, it's very...
Stay away from Wikipedia.
Well, Wikipedia can be useful, but I've just had a joke with you a little bit earlier on today. If you want a big joke, go and see what Wikipedia says about me.
Okay, Brian, thank you very much.
Okay.
So, Brian Garish there.
Into waiting rooms. Now, of course, in that these things work on facial analysis, the idea of transferring them to facial recognition literally is like a software upgrade. So...
We can make that question number 2 if you want.
Okay, so I'll ask you a question. What's Luke Collins doing now? Because I know the answer. See if you know.
What doing now?
Yeah, what are you doing now?
You tell me, you know.
She's got an office job for a magazine in South Devon to look after her children, and she has turned her back on UK column. She talks to UK column as much as I talk to UK column.
Because a lot of them been exposed.
Never speak to them. Okay, then, so let me give the news I've got to tell you. So I'm into computer, and I'm into camera equipment and sound and music and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Would you feel like I was less of a shill if I got my guitar out and played some bark to you and
Or you can be like Linda's friend and play Sheepo the sheep song, yeah?
At this time, on this issue... You get some good vibes going? Yeah! This is called Sheeple.
If I turn on my video right now and painted you a picture to show that I've been to art college for many years, would that convince you that I'm not shill?
Not at the moment. You know, it's a stupid kind of scenario you're trying to paint there, you know. I've been trying to ask you about Brian. You've come with the answer now. You wouldn't do it via your YouTube channel. You started running me to calling me a retard and everything. I said to you, I'm going to Skype you, or you're going to Skype me. I'm here now. Do you know what I mean, mate? That whole Bilderberg thing in 2013 was controlled by agents, mate. The whole thing was controlled.
On his radio show talking about it.
Yeah, the whole Julian Assange things is controlled. Yeah.
I call it dodgy fringes, the dodgy fringes. I've got many videos on it, and I was on Lou Collins.
Yeah, you're good at reverse psychology, mate. You're good at reverse psychology. You know, do you know Belinda Mackenzie?
Yeah, I don't trust Melinda Mackenzie with a barge pole.
No, why is that?
I know, I've got some stuff about that I cannot tell you. I really cannot tell you. It's like, what's going on with those guys? That's the thing about UK column, I've always steered far.
And what else can't you tell people? Because it's not just me you're not telling, it's all your subscribers, isn't it? All this information you got that you can't tell no one. You know, you're sounding more and more like a gatekeeper, aren't you?
You have no idea.
I gave you a message to be dealing with symbols. And that's what I've shown you as a symbol that's there. It's like a 3D image that when you're at a distance, it brings... Hang on, I ain't finished me. You don't mention nothing about the child abuse, which Brian Gerrish is meant to be dealing with, but he's an agent, like Belinda. He's an agent, and he's been found out. And everyone's scuttering, so Lou Collins got a new job now, she's turned her back, because they've been found out, mate. They've been found out, and everyone's trying to... And you're the next one. You've been found out, mate. You've been found out.
Basically, I don't believe they went down to Hampstead. I don't believe Sam went there. I don't believe Lou Collins went there. Or anyone from the UK column. They was there from 2014, and they'd been quiet on the case, the Hampstead case. They hadn't mentioned it until after I'd put my video up, and then they come with their one, and then they was back on the case to get control of the situation. Anyway, basically Sam made no mention about the Hampstead case via his blog or his Twitter account or his YouTube account. Yeah, he reckons he was there, and in a comment he explains he was escorting a friend in a dangerous area, but he fails to mention the fact that it was the same area where two children had spoken about child abuse. Sam makes no mention about this at any time, almost as if he's in denial of the facts that he is a shill and an agent. He's covered up information where he should have explained himself a bit better. As you can see from the video, he did get involved in the child abuse case with Belinda and Brian Gerrish. I don't understand why he hasn't mentioned this one. If he's been down to the area, like I said, there was no video, no audio, nothing, just Lou Collins coughing away, trying to explain that they'd been there. I think they've lied just to get control of the situation. With someone like me, not affiliated to anyone. You know, I was getting a few views at the time to do with the case, because obviously it was shocking when you first saw it, and the information that came out was shocking, and there was a lot of attention, and that's the reason they come back on to control the situation, but they've exposed themselves at the same time, in my mind. And the other video I'm trying to point out to Sam, Buckingham Palace and the United Nations, well, like I say, some people can see it, some people can't, but it's definitely there.